Hey, what is going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode. Today I got me backbone comparison between the Gen 1 versus the backbone Gen 2. They look literally identical. I did not realize that they released even a new version of this. Now with the Gen 2, I got the USB-C version because I got myself the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So that has USB-C, right? But then I also have my older phone, my iPhone 13 Pro Max, that has Lightning. And so the Lightning, actually, I bought the Gen 1 with it. And then for the Gen 2, I got USB-C. And so just to let you know, that's the difference right there. You can get the Gen 2 with Lightning as well if you want. The big difference here is that they said that it supports case now. So that's what I'm going to test out today. That's the big deal here. I'm pretty sure all the internal guts on the Gen 2 is going to be the same. I'm just thinking that they just update it so that it can work with cases, because that's the biggest pain point, in my opinion, when it comes to using these controllers. By the way, Call of Duty just released a couple of days ago. I am actually having tons of fun with it. And I guess this is a good time to unbox this as well. Backbone is a subscription service. Just an FYI, if you want to use their app that basically just recommends you with whatever games that's out there that works with the Backbone. There's an app that does that. It's pretty cool. Not sure if it's worth the subscription service, to be honest with you. All right, so, oops, pop that thing up. They show you how to actually put the phone on, which, by the way, it took me a while to figure that one out. I didn't read the instruction, obviously. All right, here we go. It looks, yeah, it looks identical, the same almost. Let me see here. Yeah, the back of this, it's not a lot that has changed. Now, I do notice the way you mount the phone is a little different, so I'm gonna look at that real close. All right, so there's a little attachments right here that you can actually swap out to fit more phones. So I'm going to leave that attachments there, but I want to just, out of the box, let's test it on my iPhone 13 Pro Max to see if that works. I do have a slightly thin case. Not the thickest case, not the thinnest case either. Let's see if that works in here. All right, so right off the bat, it does not fit my phone with the case, so I think I'm going to have to remove some of the rubber pieces. If you're wondering how to remove the plastic insert, you have to grab the bottom of it right here. There's some little markings right here. Just grab that and then pull it forward like so. It's a magnet. So there's 3 magnets right there, and it just magnetizes. And move that, and yeah, it just demagnetizes itself. Okay, so with that being naked, I wonder if my phone with the case will work. Wow, yeah, with plenty of room actually. So here you go. It does work, and there's still a gap right there. There's still room. The camera bump fits perfectly well. With this case, at least, you can see right there, that holds the phone in. So the one issue with the older Backbone or with any other of these controllers is that the phone tend to like pop out right here where it pops out, because they don't have anything to hold it down, and they've fixed that problem with the Gen 2 there. All right, now let's take a look at this insert real quick. Okay, so it comes with another dual insert right here. Let's not get that mixed up with the other ones. So I'm going to put that on the side. I'm going to put this insert in here. Yeah, just magnetize it on there, which is smart of them to do that. Not bad. The reason why it's good is because, see the old one right here? This attachment here that you have to use in order to keep the iPhone 15 Pro Max in place, it's just a piece where it can fall off. If you put it in your bag, this thing would just fall off. See how loose it is? So they definitely have fixed that problem here. So with this insert right here, I feel like it works really well with my phone now, because I feel like there's something that's cushioning it in the connector right there. So that's really nice. The camera bump though is a bit overlapping. Yeah, it's a bit big, so this adapter may not work for me for this case, because you see how that's coming out right there. Yeah, so I may just remove that because I don't think this insert is going to work for me. Go all the way in, so let me see. Oh, hold on here, hold on here. It was my mistake, guys. I didn't push it all the way in. I didn't push the inserts all the way in. So yeah, this insert will work with my case. Wow. Very interesting. The change of an insert can do that. So this must be a thicker insert to where if your phone is naked. All right, not bad, guys. This is very surprising that they were able to make it work with cases. You know what? We're gonna go one step even further, and we're gonna get a thicker case. All right, so this is the OtterBox Defender XT. One of the biggest case that you can find out there. It even has a belt clip with it if you want to order the belt clip to put this on here. So let's give it a try and see if it'll work on here. If it does, I think safe to say that it'll work with your case, guys. Because this case right here, if you look at it, it's not the thinnest, but it's not the biggest case either. So I want to really try this thing out. Okay, so the one thing I didn't think about though is that this OtterBox case actually has this thing right here where you open it up in order to get access to the port. So it may not work, guys, because of this. Yeah, I don't think it'll work because of this little flap right here. I'm gonna try it anyway, right? I've taken the inserts out. Wow, so look at this. It actually fits right in there. But I don't, because of that little flap, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, that little flap is gonna be in the way. All right, let's try another case. All right, I got some Symmetry case right here, which are pretty thick cases from OtterBox. Pretty thick case. Let's try those. All right, so I popped that in there. And let's see. Yeah, this held it like a champ. No problem. Look at that. Wow, they figured out how to make it work with case. Any cases. So another OtterBox case. This one is a clear one. It has a thicker sides to it, so I wanted to check it out. Yeah, there's still room to grow here. But let me see if the connection is actually connecting, because the case is so thick right there. I don't think the case is connected, because it's so thick. The case is so thick. Yeah, I don't think this will work. It doesn't work. Yeah, this OtterBox case actually doesn't work because this part right here is too thick on the case. It's not making that connection. Let me try one more. This is another OtterBox case with pretty thick bevel here. Let's see if that works. Does not work, guys. Yeah, unfortunately this does not work, because the case on OtterBox is way too thick. This little thing right here. Yeah, so it looks like none of the OtterBox case is gonna fit. If you're one of those that uses OtterBox case, it's way too thick. The bottom here doesn't make a connection, even though it fits in there and everything. I think Backbone have done a really good job at trying to extrude this out so that it can go in further, but I don't think that's enough, unfortunately. All right, now that we're on a roll, might as well pull out a few of my favorite cases and see if they work. So I know that this carbon fiber one's working. That's pretty thin. This one is pretty thick down here, so I want to see if that works as well. Yeah, this is a thick one. Actually, it works. I felt that connection, and then this thing lit up. So this does work. Yeah, it says controller connected right there. But you see how this is thick, right? This is pretty thick. I guess it's because OtterBox has this extra layer to it on the port that for some reason it doesn't work. So it's more of an OtterBox issue. I mean, I guess it's not an issue because people that get OtterBox cases expect that extra layer of protection, right? So if this thing works, this is pretty much the same case. It will work as well, but I want to try this out because this has this little extra bump right here. So I want to see how that plays out. All right. So, you know, if you get one of those cases that have a little attachment at like a kickstand or something like that, it does work. It looks like. You see how it's butting up against it? So pretty solid. But let's see if it's connected though. Oh yeah, it says controller connected. So we're good to go there. Yeah, it's got plenty of room to move. So yeah, it says controller connected. This one is one of my favorite. It is thick around the edge. That's why I wanted to try this thing out. It is thick around the edge. Oh yeah, I felt that click whenever I push it in. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Here we go. Yep, controller connected. Polar Pro. All right, Polar Pro is almost like an Autobox in my opinion. They make really thick case. Yeah, so I'm going to try and see if it will work. So I took this backing off, but I may try it if there's some room. Yeah, Polar Pro is not going to work because the camera bump is way too big. It's already maxing this thing out. Ooh, I felt that connection. Hold on here. Wow, it works. Controller connected. Guys, I mean, it's pushing this out and it's barely hanging on because of that camera bump. But it does work. You just can't put the Polar Pro little magnet, little lens cover on there. But yeah, it does work. Wow. Okay, there's probably something wrong with the Autobox ones. Okay, I mean, if for some reason it doesn't work there. Yeah. Anyway, guys, all my other cases work, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem as long as you don't touch the Autobox stuff. Any other case out there that's pretty thick, I think it'll work for you. I've tried a variety of case here, so I think it's gonna work for you. Okay. So just an FYI, good job, Backbone. I actually really don't like the first gen at all because one, my phone has to go totally naked in order for it to work, and two, you have to like use this little thing for my iPhone Pro Max because it's so big and the camera is like extruding out. So yeah, you have to use that rubber piece. That's why I didn't like that one. But wow, Gen 2, didn't really notice a lot of difference here, but they've definitely improved it. You can definitely use cases on this now. I say 95% of your cases should work. Just don't go with the Autobox stuff. And I think, yeah, this is gonna be, this is good. I really like it. By the way, if you haven't seen my Backbone 1 review, go out and look at that one. But this one right here, I actually do like it. The build quality is really nice. So definitely is a premium controller. All right. All right. So there you go, guys. That's the Backbone Gen 2. So surprised. Hope you guys find this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.